Namaste, my beautiful queens. Haven't seen you for some time. There will be no cards in this video. I keep on talking about how to find the true love, how to be the happiest in love, in relationship, and how to know what to do, how to know what not to do. I have already told you that the most important for it is you be a high value woman. How to become a high value woman? You can print it on your YouTube window and watch tons of videos how to be that. What it includes, I have already said: self-love, self-respect, and self-value. You be a queen. You have to do it from the very beginning of your relationship. Even if you just met each other, if at the very beginning of the relationship you put yourself as a high value woman, you automatically put those boundaries, those healthy boundaries in the relationship. I treat you like a king if you treat me as a queen. If you put yourself down and give him everything on a silver plate with the golden border at the very beginning, and then 2 months later, 2 years later, you suddenly, you start to be upset why our relationship are so bad, why I give him everything, he doesn't give me nothing, then he will think, well, it was working from the very beginning, I just was doing whatever I wanted while you were giving me everything. Why the hell should I give you something now? So you have to do it from the very beginning, or if you haven't done it from very beginning, so start doing it now if you are in a marriage. In this video, again, I will try to make it short. Three things, three simple things. Of course, they have this ABCD under it. If a man loves you, how you know, I'm sorry for coughing, how you know that the man loves you? How do you know it? How you know that the man really, truly love you? Number one, he truly cares. What it means he truly cares. Now we will talk a little bit about it. He is there for you no matter what. And how about what an example about it? He texts you, he calls you. You never text, you never call. We already discussed it. Do not be desperate, do not be needy, do not pursue. Your actions is the response to his actions. He acts, you respond. He acts, you respond, not the other way around. So he texts you, how you doing, babes? And you tell him, you won't believe I am in the middle of interstate I-95 or I-488, and the car collapsed, and I am right here, and I don't know how I'm gonna pull it off, really, because I just paid my mortgage, and I think it's gonna be like $500 to fix this, and I can't even afford the tollway truck. I really don't know what to do. If he doesn't care truly and deeply, he's gonna tell you, oh, don't worry, be aware of these three words. It's gonna be okay, hon. Okay, I have to run. I'm really in a hurry. I have to go. I'll call you later. So he's gonna remove himself out of the situation, and it can be any situation. How you doing, babes? It was a hurricane, and my roof flew off, and it's now raining, and I have all the floor covered with water. Again, he doesn't really truly love you. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. You're a strong girl. You're a big girl. Call your brother. Call somebody. Go to a bank, borrow some money. The if a man truly and deeply loves you, he's gonna do only one thing. He's gonna be there. He's gonna come. He's gonna pull you out of whatever trouble if you have. You're lost. Something broke. Your child got sick. How you doing, babes? Oh my God, like Tommy, or has a fever, or we are in emergency room. He's gonna be there in that emergency room. He's going to be there with your sick child. He's going to come with 2 bags of groceries, toys, and all kinds of things. Actions of a man determine his love. Actions of a man determine his love. Actions of a man determine his love. If he moves himself out of the situation, if he tells you it's going to be fine, you're going to find the way out. You're a strong girl. You're going to be good. It's okay. It's, call me when you're fine. Or you're sick. You're calling him. He calls you and you're sick as a dog. You have a fever and you cannot even come outside to get yourself, Tylenol. A real man, a true man who loves you, he's going to be there that very second. He's going to come, he's going to cook you hot soup, he's going to wrap you in a blanket. The man who truly and deeply loves you, he truly and deeply cares. Okay? He cares. He's gonna treasure you. No matter what happens to you, he cares. He's gonna be there. You had a conflict when your boss, you were upset. He's gonna be there. He's gonna come. He's gonna take you to, to the park, to the beach. He'll try to make you laugh. He'll buy you ice cream. He's gonna be there. He truly and deeply cares. Whatever happens to you, he's gonna be there for you without you even asking. If he removes himself from whatever you are dealing with, he is a narcissist or he is a piece of shit of a man. Don't even bother. But be aware, if you asked a man to help you, whatever situation is, to paint your bedroom, or he's calling you, what you doing? You say, I'm painting my house. A real true man's going to be there. He's going to be say, oh, okay, fine. 15 minutes later, he's going to be there. He's going to be painting it with you because he cares. But if you asked a man for help and he was not there, because real man who really loves you, who really cares, is going to be there for you. But if you were so desperate and in a situation when you were all by yourself, and for example, you are new in a town and he was the only one who you knew, and you asked him for help, and he said, oh, I cannot do it because I'm very busy, because my aunt is in the house or something else. You asked him and he didn't. This man has to die for you. If you asked a man for help and he refused, not flatly refused, but gave you some lame excuses, some bullshit, this man has to be dead instantly. You must cut him out of your life and never allow him to approach you ever again. Because that one who is not with you in a little thing, he will not be with you in a big thing either. So, if a man truly and deeply loves you, he truly and deeply cares about you and everybody who is dear for you. If he doesn't care, he has to be out of your life. Out. You don't need that. He truly and deeply loves you if he is there for you. If he invests his time, his efforts, his feelings and emotions. And here I want to tell you something about text messages and emails. Those don't count if they're not connecting with actions. I've seen it a million times. Women tell me, but he texts me 10,000 times a day that he loves me, that he can't live without me. Okay, was he there when your kid was sick? No, but he couldn't. Okay, was he there when you lost your house because you couldn't pay rent and you were in a shelter? But he couldn't. Done. He doesn't give a damn about you. He's playing with you and he's using you. I'm going to be talking about it in next week video, how to know a man is playing with you. There are several reasons why a man can be playing with you. Several reasons which I will explain. But a man who truly loves you, he cares and he invests his time. If he only, you know how difficult it is, and he only like, oh, he takes his phone. I'm thinking about you, cannot live without you. I'm so into you, cannot take you out of my head. And it's how difficult to do this, how difficult it is to do this. It's very simple. If he only does that, but beside his texts, there are no actions, then this man does not love you. He just entertaining himself. He's just playing with you, and he has his phone and he can text the same exact thing to 10, 20, 40, 50 other women. If there's just texts or just emails and there are no real actions, this man must be out of your life. I will never stop saying it. Man actions determine his love to you. He invests his time. Babes, I want to surprise. So how difficult it is to send. I've seen my co-worker, she would get roses and flowers and bouquet twice a week. Because he knew she loves flowers, and so he would, how difficult it is to pick up the phone and order 1-800 roses or whatever, 1-800 flowers, and send a bouquet of flowers to you. It's not difficult at all. He will send you flowers. He will bring you these little things which you love. He will take you to your favorite restaurant. He will stay there late at night with you if you're sad, upset, or sick. He will invest his time, his emotions, his feelings into you because he truly and deeply loves you. He will invest his time, his money too. And oh, man, I hear this. You are materialistic. Seriously, we are materialistic. So if my tea kettle broke and I go to a grocery store and you paid for a new one $7, I'm materialistic. Men who are cheap, they have to be out of your life completely. Because if he's cheap when it comes to money, remember this, girls, this is another truth. If a man cheap what comes to money, if you're in a restaurant with him and he's like, you hear this, oh, this looks a very expensive place, let's go to McDonald's. This man has to be out of your life right away. He tells you it's expensive, let's go to McDonald's. You have to tell him, I'm sorry, I have to go home, I remembered something important, and leave him there. A man, Four of Pentacles, a man who is cheap what comes to money. My beautiful girls, remember, this is a simple, very, very simple truth. If he is cheap with money, he is cheap what comes to feelings and emotions. Where's the Four of Pentacles? This you have to understand. If he is buying one cup of coffee and the cheapest one, and doesn't get a coffee to himself because he doesn't want to spend money. If a man cheap what comes to money, that man can find Four of Pentacles. That man will be cheap as well what comes to feelings and emotions. Be aware of cheap men. This is it. If it's your birthday and he comes to you empty-handed or with a gift for $1 from a dollar store, he has to be out of your life right away. Four of Pentacles. If a man cheap with money, greedy with money, he will be cheap with feelings and emotions and love. This is a simple truth. A man cannot truly deeply love you while giving you a picture frame from a dollar store for $1.50 for your birthday. My husband Dwayne, when he came across the world to see me, he was jobless. He just lost his job, so he took a loan in a bank so he could come and see me. And he came with a 2-carat princess cut engagement ring. And when he came and he looked that my washing machine was broken, I was washing by hands, he silently went with one of my relatives and bought me a new washing machine and a new vacuum cleaner. Without me even knowing, he just saw I don't have it. And he didn't have at that time, he didn't have job. He didn't have a job. He didn't have money. He took a loan so he could come to me. Generous man, what comes to money, will be generous emotionally towards you. He will be generous with emotions and feelings and everything else. Generous man would wanna put the world to your feet. But if he doesn't have the world, he will put whatever he can to your feet. He will do whatever he can. So remember that. The greedy man with money, greedy man with everything else. I have seen enough of very wealthy men who were cheap as hell. The funny thing, the wealthier, the cheaper. I cannot stand cheap people. It's generosity of the soul is a generosity. You always give and give much more than you receive. It's a generosity. If a man is not generous, he's not generous. With time, money, efforts, you have to cut him out of your life. So he invests, if he truly and deeply loves you, he invests his efforts, his time, his love, his money, his attention, real actions. He sends you flowers. He writes you beautiful messages. He surprises you with a trip to Paris or I don't know, to Rome. He surprises you with your favorite restaurant. He takes you places. He invests his time, his efforts, his money, his love, his emotions into you. If it's not there, this man has to be out of your life. He does not truly and deeply love you. And listen to this video 10,000 times so you can memorize it. You don't make mistakes. Number 3. So he is there for you. He cares. He is there for you. He invests in you. And this is all in number 1. Number 2. You see, it all comes in cares. Really, you can all put it in he cares. He cares. He protects you, try to make you happy. This all can come together with what I have already said. He will protect you, what it means. It means what I have already said. Whenever you are in trouble, and even if you don't say it, he will be there for you. He would want to protect you. If you are in a let's say in a park at night and someone walks towards you, if he truly deeply loves you, he's gonna put you behind his back and he's gonna be standing facing those people. He's not gonna be running somewhere. Whenever there is any situation in life, if a man truly and deeply loves you, he's gonna be that mountain, that wall you can be behind. You will feel protected. You will feel taken care of. You will feel cherished. You will feel valued. You will feel loved. You will feel adored. You will feel that If you don't have it, this man does not love you, no matter how much you convince yourself that he does. Don't waste your time. Girls, been there, done that, wasted years. And I am dealing with thousands of women who are wasting years of their life, giving these features to the guy. They take a guy, they take the man, and they just imagine him the way they want to imagine. He doesn't have it in him. I even saw women convinced that the man who misbehaves, who treats her like dirt, who cheats on her, who hurts her, but he just does it because he had a terrible, abusive childhood. This is not your problem. He had abusive childhood. It doesn't mean he has the right to mistreat you now. If a man behaves not as the king towards the queen, towards you, this man got to be out of your life, completely out of your life. Cut him out. Don't waste your heart. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your emotions. Don't waste nothing of it. Because he's not gonna change. Why you think you can change a man? You can't. He's this way or he is not that way. And number 3, he tells you he loves you. And I'm not talking I love you, because unfortunately those words are they became the part of the speech when people are saying it without even actually truly and deeply meaning those words. I love you. Next day he breaks up with her. You know, when he hugs you and presses you gently to himself and wraps his arms around you, and he tells you quietly into your ear, I love you, babe, you will feel with every particle of your existence his love, and he loves you. If he loves you, he will tell you he loves you. And when he tells you, you will know that he means it. But love of a man can come to one word. He cares. He protects you. He's there for you. Always. He wants you to smile. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to feel like a queen. He wants you to be thrilled and adored. I love cherries. I love sweet cherries a lot. And I remember every time there is a season of a cherry, my husband, Dwayne, he would go early in the morning to Publix and or to Whole Foods, and I would wake up if I have a opportunity to sleep late, and I would come in a kitchen. There would be my favorite cherries, and he would do it silently, without me asking, without me saying. This is a real man. Do you want a less than real man? No. You don't. You want a real man. You want a real king. And it's terrible when a man breaks up with you. You start crying and you try to bring him back. Why to bring back somebody who didn't value enough to break your heart? Why would you want to bring back somebody who betrayed you? Why do you want to bring back somebody who took you for granted? Why do you want to back somebody who had you as doormat at his feet, a dust as his feet? Why do you want to bring him back? For more humiliation? For more being treated terribly? Or you think he's realized this? I said it before, I will say it again 10 times. You cannot turn a rat into a swan. You can love a rat. You can put gold over him. You can make a pedestal and put a rat there. You can feed him with I don't know, ambrosia, with amrita, give him to drink. But a rat will stay a rat. At the same time, if you take a swan and throw him into the barn with chicken and geese, the swan will still be a swan. The swan will still act as a swan, behave as a swan, no matter what situation you put him. So if it's a rat, you cannot change him, whether you are at his feet or you love him, or because another thing I hear all the time, Russians are guilty of that, and Indian women are guilty of that. How we are trying to fix the situation, this thing, how we are trying to fix when we have trouble with men, we throw ourselves more to his feet. We decide that I must lose pride. I must step on the throat of my pride. Hell with my pride. When your pride is what you have to have. Because without a pride, you're a doormat. You got to have the pride of a queen. Then you will be treated as a queen. So what happens? We step on the throat of our pride. We throw away our old principles, and we think that if we're gonna go down to our knees and hit the floor with our forehead and start giving him everything, we're creating this fairy tale lifestyle for him. So this woman is always with her hair done, with her makeup done. She's skinny, she's dressing beautifully. He comes home, she has 70 course dishes, and then she's gonna please him anyhow to please him in bed. Then she's gonna do something else and bring him a glass of cold freshly squeezed juice. So then we think somehow that these actions of ours are going to change a rat into a swan. If after all that, the rat will stay the rat, but a swan will be a swan. A swan's gonna take your hands and say, he will tell you, sit down, and now allow me to treat you the same way. He will give you as much as you give him. He will try to give you more. A real man, the one which I am discussing right here, you give him, it's like Russians do. You give me one apple, I'm going to give you two. You're going to give me two, I'm going to give you three. You're going to give me three, I'm going to give you four. It's always, you always trying to give back more than you received. We always give more. It's not just Russian, Slavic people, Russian, Ukrainian, Belarus, Slovenian, Slovakian. It's all the Slavic people. But also it's a very big thing of East. India, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Georgia, Armenia, Turkmenistan, all those Eastern people, we always give more than we receive. It's natural in us. So a true swan, a true man, a real man who truly and deeply loves you, he will try and always give you more than you give him, because this is how true man is. A rat will take it as it is, will take it for granted, and will not even appreciate it that much. You don't need that. You don't need a rat, you need a swan. You're a queen, you need a king. But remember, the answers to all of your questions is you yourself have that love and adoration and respect towards yourself. Because each one of you is the cell of God. God is the ocean, and you are a drop of that ocean. And a drop has all the qualities of the whole ocean. So if the source, or God you can call him, is that energy, you are the spark of the same energy. So God is in you. And if you don't love yourself, don't respect yourself, don't value yourself, you allow somebody to humiliate you and mistreat you, you don't love God, respect God, and value God, and humiliate God, because God is in you. It's a spark of your soul. It's your higher self. You are one with the source. Think about it. Don't allow you, first of all, mistreat you, not loving you, not accepting you, not valuing you. You must never allow yourself do it to yourself. And then don't allow it to anybody else, especially a man. This, my beautiful girls, is all for this video. I will talk to you later. For those of you who need to contact me, all the information under the video. Namaste.